With cars like the Honda Fit, the Nissan Versa, and the Prius C clogging the subcompact market, it's easy to overlook the Rio. It's largely flown under the radar here in the States, but internationally it's Kia's best-selling vehicle. And for 2018, it's been completely redesigned. It's longer, it's wider, and it's better looking too. In fact, I think it's the best-looking subcompact on the market right now. But more than looks, the steering and suspension have been redesigned, and the engine has been tuned for more usable power. With Kia trying hard to disrupt nearly every segment of the industry it can, this is a great time to try to figure out what the rest of the world apparently already knows. Hi, I'm Mike Perkins from CarGurus, and this is the brand new 4th generation 2018 Kia Rio. Did you know you can get a brand new car in the United States for less than 14 grand? Yes, a base Kia Rio sedan costs you just $13,900. And if you want the 5-door hatchback like you see here, that's going to be another $300. And that's still less than I paid for my first new car back in 1996, a GMC Sonoma. And there are actually a lot of similarities here. Just like my 96 Sonoma, this has manual locks, wind-up windows, steel wheels, no CD player, and you can have it with a manual transmission. This one has the optional 6-speed automatic for another $1,100, and with an $895 destination charge, you're looking at just over 16 grand walking away for this thing. Now that is a hell of a deal, especially with this redesign, because this thing has been majorly improved. Now I could spend an entire video talking about how much better this looks. It's like a little mini rally car instead of the formless bubble on wheels that it used to be. But this is about more than just looks. As I said before, the steering and the suspension have all been tweaked along with the engine, and the difference is really noticeable. There's no dead zone in this steering wheel anymore, and it's actually really responsive. The suspension is nice and firm without being harsh over rough surfaces, and those two elements combine for a vehicle that can feel totally planted whether you're in a turn or at speed, while still giving you a light steering feel and giving you a sub 17-foot turning radius. That's hard in a subcompact. Regardless, even with the loss of power, the 2018 Kia Rio is faster to 60 miles an hour than the 2017. And it's a lot more efficient too. Officially, we're looking at 32 miles per gallon combined, 28 city, 37 highway, but I'm doing a lot better than that. Over the first third of the tank that I drove, about 150 miles, which was an even mix of city and highway travel, I got more than 38 miles per gallon average. That's better than I did on the Kia Niro hybrid I had last week, and this is a lot better to drive. About 10 grand cheaper too. But that's only if you get this base LX trim, and I honestly can't recommend that unless you need a manual, because as I said before, stick an automatic in the LX and you're over 16 grand delivered. That's about the same price as the mid-level S trim, 16.4 to be precise, and with that you're getting keyless entry, power windows and heated power mirrors, cruise control, Bluetooth, another USB port, and a rear view camera. You'll also get a sliding center console and armrest, plus an upgraded 6-speaker stereo. Those last two would be worth it alone, but toss in all those bonus features and it's a given that most people will start with the S. Now the EX is a tougher sell at $18,700, but if you want the kind of luxury and safety that is quick becoming an assumption here, it will fill the bill. It's got alloy wheels, fog lights, upgraded interior trim and upholstery with leather, and a 7-inch touchscreen with the Uvo infotainment system. Now that means Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and that's important because you can't get navigation on the Rio without those. But more than that, the EX also adds a forward collision warning system with automatic braking. That said, you don't have to go up to the EX for a safety improvement with the Rio. Every trim has had its chassis reinforced with more high-strength steel and sealing materials, something Kia claims improves torsional stiffness, reduces noise and vibration, and increases overall tensile strength by 30%. And every Rio gets larger front discs this year, 11 inches up from 10.1. Unfortunately, in this LX, the rears are still drums, but the S and the EX get discs back there. There have been no released figures with regard to braking distance, but I imagine it won't change much from last year's 124 feet. The larger brakes will help, but the 2018 Rio has packed on another 150 pounds, so it might be a wash. I'm curious to see how it comes out, but at any rate, 124 feet is just average for the class, and at well under 300 pounds, the Rio can definitely do better. Now that's performance, but let's talk about interiors. Now, Kia has mentioned that both materials and finish have been improved this year, and to be honest, things do feel really solid. Albeit in this base LX package, you're looking at more hard plastics than I've seen in any car ever. I mean, there's not even a pad here for your elbow, and even my Sonoma had that. Now, if you move up through the trim lineup, you're going to get more soft touch surfaces, of course, and if you're feeling fancy, there's even an EX Launch Edition package for $500 that will add red trim to the doors and the leather seats. And it looks good in here, just like the outside, but what really impresses me is the space. With the wheelbase and the length both increased by about ½ an inch, with a thinner headliner and seat backs and a more upright windshield, there is a lot of room in here. Front legroom is actually dropped by about an inch in order to give the back seat another 2, but even at 6'4", I don't need to have my seat all the way back in order to be comfortable here. In fact, it's too far back, it's there. And I can actually fit in that back seat comfortably. Now, I need to have somebody shorter than myself in the seat in front of me, but I can fit with plenty of headroom. Even better, those suspension tweaks I mentioned have actually resulted in an increase of space out back, up from 15 cubic feet to 17.4. Though if you fold the rear seat backs, overall space has actually dropped from 47.1 down to 32.8. It was big enough for me to haul a 3-drawer dresser, but that's still a hell of a drop. My one caveat is with safety. The 2018 Rio hasn't yet been tested, and the 2017 definitely had room for improvement. But with the added attention to the chassis, the larger brakes, and the newly available safety features, Kia is definitely making it a priority. I'd just rather wait for actual results before saying anything. For now, there's definitely competition out there with more space, more features, and more options, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the best looking, best driving option in the segment. Hey, thanks for watching. For full details on the 2018 Kia Rio, just click the link in the description. You can head over to CarGurus.com and read my full review. And for more reviews, well, just subscribe to the channel.